ஒரிஜினல் ஆடியோ ஒன்று நம்ம அங்கே தான் போவாங்க. இப்போ போயிடலாம், இல்லை அவங்க முன்னாடி எடுக்க சொன்னாங்க.
Delightful morning to everyone gathered here. Education is the supreme art to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Reach out with an open mind, nuance and richest experience also here. We, Nitya and Maria, host of the day, welcome you all to this remarkable event 2025 Knowledge, Innovation and Talent Acquisition Summit. A special note of welcome to our esteemed founder chairman, Thiru and Balasami sir, our chairman, Mr. Kaindan Pari, revered vice chairperson, Ms. Indu Murugesan ma'am, eminent keynote speakers and panelists, academicians, delegates, and dear students. We are thrilled to have you at KIT for the insightful discussion, knowledge sharing, and fostering collaboration. Let's make the most of this opportunity to learn, connect, and contribute to a brighter future.
Before we begin today's event, let's start with a moment of peace and reflection. Prayer is a way to express gratitude and seek guidance as we embark on a new journey. To seek the blessings of the divine, I now request everyone to rise for Tamil Bible.
Kindly be seated. One thought opens 1,000 eyes. One light brings 1,000 dawns. Every aspect of life becomes luminous and exciting only with light. As we embark on this journey of knowledge and discussion, I request the dignitaries to light the lamp and inaugurate the function.
Thank you, dignitaries. Kindly be seated.
காதில் போட்டேன் பாக்கெட்டில். எனது பண்ணி விட்டுடுங்களேன்.
Let's give a warm welcome to our esteemed guests and delegates for gracing the event. A spirit of welcoming as a sense of humanity pledged to spread peace and happiness. We are really grateful to our distinguished guests, in fact, all those who are here, for having responded to our invitation and honored us with their esteemed presence. To welcome us all in this momentous occasion, we request Dr. K. Mahalakshmi, Dean, Center for Training and Placement, KIT, to welcome the gathering.
A warm and enthusiastic welcome to each one of you to KIDS 2025, the Knowledge, Innovation and Talent Acquisition Summit. It is a privilege to stand before this esteemed gathering, a space where academia and industry converge and innovation meets opportunity and the future talent is shaped. Today we embark on a journey of learning, collaboration and transformation as we explore the ever-evolving landscape of talent acquisition work trends and the integration of AI in recruitment. At KIT, Kalaignarkarunanidhi Institute of Technology, our vision has always been to nurture talent, foster innovation, and bridge the skill gap between education and industry. KIDS 2025 is not just an event. It is a catalyst for change, igniting meaningful discussions, opening doors to endless possibilities. It is a moment of great honor and privilege to welcome the visionary leader behind our institution, the founder chairman, Thiru Pongalur N. Palaniswamy sir, for his unwavering dedication and has been the foundation for our success. Please, sir. Please. We are delighted to have with you for the day, sir.
We request our founder chairman, Thiru Pongalur N. Palaniswamy sir, our chairman, Mr. Paindamal Pari, and Ms. Indu Murugesan ma'am, vice chairperson of KIT, to honor the guest of the day with a memento, a bouquet and a shawl.
With absolute pride and honor, now I would like to welcome our chairman, Thiru Paindamal Pari sir. With due respect and admiration, I invite our dynamic vice chairperson ma'am, Indu Murugesan ma'am, the motivating catalyst behind each and every activities of KIT. It makes a great event to see you all here. Welcome you all, sir. We are honored to host an extraordinary lineup of HR leaders, industry stalwarts and visionaries, including Mr. Sandeep Margavi, Learning and Knowledge Leader IBM. Please come on stage, sir.
No, sir.
Please, sir. Paper it. Paper it. Paper it. Yes. Yes.
Next, we request Mr. Sahil Nair to come to the stage.
The Vangi Pangal. Please. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, there. Next, I request Sajita Sadasivam, Senior HR Business Partner, Queen Bay. Please, ma'am, come on stage.
You can have.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Sandeep, sir, please come. Please come
We
on
request
stage,
the
sir.
speakers to kindly wait on the stage.
Please. Next, I invite Ms. Ritu Sharma, Head of Operation Excellence and University Relations, Brillo. Please, ma'am. Please stay here, ma'am. Please. Looking good. Stay. Next, I call upon Ms. Reshmi Manan, Head of Campus University Relation, Providence. Please, ma'am. Next, I like to invite Mr. Manroop Singh, Head of Talent Acquisition Operations and University Relation, Expedia. Next, I wholeheartedly welcome Ms. Sangeeta Singh, Senior Director, People Functions, Simplify Head, sir. Please, ma'am. Next, I invite Ms. Sonal Kamath, Senior Director and Head HR, Saskin, India. Please, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Thanks for coming. Next, I invite Mrs. Saugata Sen, Talent Acquisition Leader, Lloyds Technologies, India. Welcome, sir. Next, I welcome Mr. Praful, Director of HR People Places Entrin India. Please, sir. Shall wear a paper. Ma'am, open. Next, I invite Sweta Pari, Manager, HRBP, Fluntus. Please, ma'am. Next, I invite Ms. Anjala Tyagi, Assistant Vice President, Human Resources, Alto Digital. Please, ma'am. Having a break. Next, I invite Abhijit Puri, Senior Director, Operations and Talent Transmission, LTI Mindtree. Welcome, sir, please. Welcome, sir. Next, I invite Ms. Sweta Jain, Director, HR, ICF Consulting. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, ma'am.
Your presence here today is a testimony to our shared commitment to shaping the future workforce. Now I invite Dr. N. Mohandas Gandhi, sir, CEO, Dr. M. Ramesh, Principal, sir, Dr. R. Maithili, Vice Principal, ma'am, onto the stage, please. Distinguished deans, respected heads of departments, esteemed faculty members, industry eminence, experts, HR leaders, and success cannot be spelled without you, my dear students. Welcome you all. What awaits you at KIDS 2025? Inspiring keynote sessions by industry leaders, panel discussion on cutting-edge topics like AI in recruitment, evolving trends and leadership transformation, exclusive mentoring from top HR and talent acquisition leaders, networking opportunities with corporate leaders and hiring managers, engaging cultural events and interactive sessions. To our students and young professionals, this summit is your gateway to knowledge, inspiration, and industry insights. The interactions and learnings you gain today will empower to navigate the evolving job market with confidence and agility. To our respected faculty and academic leaders, your role in mentoring, guiding, and shaping the next generation of professionals is invaluable. Let us use this platform to build stronger collaborations with the industry eminence, ensuring that the students step into the corporate world as future-ready professionals. On behalf of KIT and Center for Training and Placements, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries present here, the industry leaders and the faculty members and the students for being a part of this transformative experience. Let us make this KIT 2025 a landmark event, one that inspires, empowers, and redefines the future of talent. Once again, a warm welcome to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the most cordial welcome.
I'd like to call both the moderators to join the stage for the photo. Jancy ma'am and Mr. Sachin. Yes, please, we can just move on.
Thank you, dignitaries. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. They have left an indelible mark by embracing challenges in their field and are known for their insightful ideas and ability to connect with people from all walks of life. Without further ado, let's move on to the keynote address. I request the speakers to kindly note that 7 minutes is allotted for each keynote address.
Kalaignarkarunanidhi Institute of Technology க்கு வருகை தந்திருக்கின்ற பல்வேறு மாநிலங்களைச் சேர்ந்த தொழிலதிபர்களே, மாணவர்களை வேலைக்கு தேர்ந்தெடுக்கின்ற அந்த துறையில் இருக்கின்ற நண்பர்களே, எனது அருமை மகள் இந்து முருகேசன் அவர்களே, எனது அன்பு மகன் இந்த கல்லூரியுடைய தலைவர் பைந்தமிழ் அவர்களே, மற்றும் வருகை தந்திருக்கின்ற மாணவ செல்வங்களே, உங்கள் அத்தனை பேருக்கும் எனது பணிவான வணக்கங்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இவ்வளவு பெரிய அறிஞர்களை இந்த கூடத்திலே கூட்டியிருப்பதற்கான நோக்கம் எல்லாம் உங்களுக்காகத்தான். உங்களுடைய அறிவை பெருக்குவதற்கு, எதிர்காலத்திலே உங்களுடைய கனவை பூர்த்தி செய்வதற்கு, எதிர்காலத்தினுடைய உங்களுடைய குடும்பத்தினுடைய நிலையை உயர்த்துவதற்காகத்தான். காரணம், இந்த கல்லூரியிலே பல்வேறு நிகழ்ச்சிகள், பல்வேறு விதமான கலை நிகழ்ச்சிகள் நடந்திருந்தாலும் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி தான் தலையாய நிகழ்ச்சியாக நான் கருதுகின்றேன். காரணம், கடந்த ஆண்டு பல்வேறு நிகழ்ச்சிகளை நடத்தி பல நல்ல நிலைகளை நாம் அடைந்திருக்கிறோம் என்பதை கூறிக்கொள்வதிலே பெருமை அடைகிறேன். மீண்டும் அதே போல் இங்கு வந்திருக்கின்றவர்களுடைய பேச்சை எல்லாம் கேட்டு, அதே போல் அவர்களுடைய கேள்விகளுக்கெல்லாம் பதில் சொல்லி உங்களுடைய அறிவை வளர்த்து கொள்ளுங்கள், உங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையை உயர்த்தி கொள்ளுங்கள் என்று கூறி எனது உரையை நிறைவு செய்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
I thank our founder chairman, Thiru Pongaluru N. Palanisamy sir, for the delightful presidential address. Thank you so much, sir. Now let's move on to the keynote address. I request the speakers to kindly note that 7 minutes is allotted for each keynote address. Meanwhile, you will hear a buzzer sound indicating 4 minutes, 6 minutes, and then 7 minutes. Now, it's over to Jancy, the host of the day.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Coimbatorians. Another Josh, please. 1, 2, 3. I want to have a big shout. 1, 2, 3. This reminds me about my school. Good morning, ma'am. No, I'm not expecting that. Let's have some amazing greetings, yes? Good morning, that's enough. No, ma'am. Yes? Okay, my name is Jinsi, though. All right, so ready? 1, 2, 3, start. That sounds better. It's not good morning, ma'am. It reminds me of our school days. I think we have been sitting for a while. We'll just, with due honor and respect, let's our chief guests, panelists be part of that. Let them be seated. If you want to participate in this small icebreaker, you can. All right, so students, I'll request all of you to stand from your respective seats. I'm sorry, please forgive me, my Tamil is not that good, please. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so listen to my instructions. Just quick icebreaker. I hope you all had your breakfast. Yes? 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 No? I'm sorry. Okay. I say 1, you have to 1 clap. 2, snap your fingers. 1, 2. Done? 1, 2. Yes? Yeah, you want to practice it? 1, 2. Done. Okay. 3, tap your feet on the floor. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Whatever everything that you have, vent it out on the floor. Yeah, please forgive me, but don't damage the building floor. Are we ready to go? Yes? 1 clap. 2, snap your fingers. 1, 2. Yes? 3, tap your feet on floor. Yes? Ready? 1, 2, 3, tap your foot. Oh, wow, that's amazing. 3. Yes, KIT soldiers, yes. 2, 1, 3. Please forgive me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for that beautiful participation. Give a big applause to yourself. Yay! There we go, KITS. All right, have you gone through the agenda? 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 No? It's okay, I'll help you out. You know who is the first keynote speaker? Okay, shall I give you the clues? Yes? She's an amazing person, passionate reader, fun-loving person. She loves traveling. Yay! Oh no! Yes, so give a big applause to Ritu Sharma, please. Okay, she is going to talk about artificial intelligence, the future of campus placements. Ritu Sharma, please. Give a big applause, please. Thank you so much.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm not going to start the same thing what Jinsi just did, or else I already know that you are charged up. First of all, thank you for inviting me at KITS today this morning, and thank you all for patiently waiting from 10:30. We were in a heated discussion in a room preparing. All the panelists were preparing. I'm sure we'll share the behind the scenes videos shortly with you all. Like you were eagerly waiting, even our fellow panel members were preparing for this moment. So with this, let me start. So have you ever wondered that you walk into a room and instead of talking to a human being, you talk to AI? Did you ever wonder that? Or did you ever imagine or think that you walk into a room and instead of sitting and getting interviewed by a panel member, there's an AI. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, fiction, a lot of science. But yeah, my dear friends, that is true. It's happening. It's no more in those movies that we saw. But yeah, if you see that we've already started to implement that. And I was wondering when I was given this topic that as a campus recruiter, being into hiring from campuses, I never imagined that I'll be talking on this topic, algorithms to aspirations, you know? So that's the topic for today. I'll decode it. But yes, to all of you here, does AI scare you? Anybody, does AI scare you? Yes, no? It scares you? Or you're, okay, I think this is a smarter generation. You already started using AI, chat GPTs, different versions of it, right? Does it scare you? Or you're playing with it? Playing with it? Having fun with it? Yeah, continue that. And that's what you need to be doing. Any new technology that comes in, any new transformation that happens, we all need to just adapt and start playing with it. So let me just decode this topic for today, AI in campus recruitment. What it means to all of you is that it's not only campus recruitment, and any recruitment processes are changing. Some of the companies are adapting to AI enabled ATS systems. ATS is applicant tracking system, just decoding that. We use, HR and recruiters use that a lot. Earlier, I have seen that transformation. Whenever a company would come on campus, we would take your resume, put you through the pen and paper test, then you would go through the interview, technical HR interviews, and then here you get the offer letter. Offer letters were printed and given, made, signed, and then we had it. All of that transformed into a digital platform, and now a company sends you a link, asks you to apply, and you get a link to take an online assessment, and then you get a link to attend the interview. So everything is moved to a digital platform. Now for students, what does it mean? Do I need to change my, do I need to change the way I create my resume? Yes, you need to, because what is AI doing? Imagine any job application that comes, there are 15,000 applications. And do you think, as a recruiter, is it possible for me to screen all the 15,000 resumes? No, that's when I use AI to help me screen the resumes. Now, screening of resume means if I'm applying for a software engineer role where I need people with coding skills, I will post a job application, and I will say I need engineers from computer science background, good with coding skills, right? And students who are interested will apply. Now, earlier, I would put you through the test and take you forward, take your application forward, but now what I do, I let AI do the magic for me, screen resumes which has put good with coding skills, and help me pick the best from the 15,000 resumes. So I don't have to go through the 15,000 resumes, I just go through whoever has put coding in their resume. So what it means is that change the format of your resumes. CGPAs are important, but what are more important is skills, right? It's no more scores, it's skills. So and that's how ATS will pull your resume and make it ready for the interview. Now comes the second intervention that is happening is AI is doing the first level of screening. You have a bot who will ask you questions which a recruiter would ask, and it means you're actually talking to a bot. So that also means that it's not about, you know, what you learn, but it's more about what you bring. So there are a lot of things that are happening, but just cutting it short to, as future engineers, you don't need to get scared with AI. I think you need to start using AI. If you don't use AI is when you lose the race. But yeah, if you start using it to your benefit, you are in the game. So thank you. With this, I end the keynote.
Thank you so much, Ritu. I think she deserves a big clap. She explained the entire process of hiring. Are you not interested to know about hiring? When I went to one of the colleges, they were not interested to know about hiring. They were not interested to know about skill gap analysis. But I said, okay, let me give you some tips on firing. And then there was something happening there. Do you want to know about the tips on firing? No. You're interested to know about hiring, yes? She just gave a really nice geography about how the hiring happens in all the companies. Now let's get on to the second speaker. Any guesses? Yes, let them guess. I mean, it could be one of your dream companies. Even I work there. Can you be louder, please? Oh, yes. Yes, let's give a big applause to Mr. Sandeep Bhagavi, learning and knowledge leader. He's a strategic leader, he's passionate about learning and knowledge. Please give a big applause to them. To him, sorry.
Good morning, everyone. Great being here. It's a privilege, Honorable Chairman, Vice Chairman, the CEO, and the administration. Great to, it's a pleasure for me to be here. Thank you for having me over. We just spoke about AI. Ritu, you explained it as well, very well to all of us. You demystified it for all of us, but I just want to pick up the thread from there on and just talk about the changing landscape of skills, the changing landscape of the industry, what the industry requires, and from there on, what's required from the campuses as well, from you all. So I want to quickly go over to, I have a couple of slides. I know I have 7 minutes and I have 6.5 minutes left. I also have a video in that, but I do not want to not miss sharing that video with you all because, it does share a larger message that's required, whether it's in terms of skills or behaviors. Okay, while this does come up, let me kind of quickly mention that I do want this to be a candid conversation versus a keynote address, so to speak. Of course, I know we have a mentoring session as well later in the day, but having said that, a candid conversation because I do want to get a practical reality, some of the harsh realities as well, some of the bitter truths, because that's something that you all need to know and take back to your homes, your own thought process. Okay, can we go to the next slide, please? All right, maybe we can just skip over. If that's not working, we can just go to the next, but let's try again. Okay, no worries. Let's go to the next. Yeah, so, picking on from where Ritu left, I think that absolutely a lot of questions that each one of us have in terms of, hey, how does Gen AI really impact me? How does it impact jobs? So I do want to kind of share a larger message in terms of the 3 components of every industrial revolution have actually been people, process, and technology, right? Gen AI being the one right now. But having said that, it's not really new. With every industrial revolution, there's been a technology that's come in and people have been concerned about, but it's always augmented what we have versus taken away jobs. Jobs obviously would change, and associated skills will definitely need to change, but that's that. So, give me a second, please. Yeah, so like you see, with every industrial revolution, there has been a component of technology as well as a process change that's really come through. So it does not really impact versus augment, and that's exactly why we tend to leverage it as an augmented intelligence versus artificial intelligence. So it's lesser a question about how technology can be leveraged versus replaced. Just want to share about what the larger industry landscape as well, and what it really means for us. Because what each one of us sitting out here and what our industry counterparts actually look at. Because that's something that I do want to share with you before we actually go into what is it that we expect from you. When we are going back and taking a look at what's required from an organization standpoint, absolutely, we need to reskill, we need to redeploy even existing folks. We need to kind of look at, go over and above and look at the gig economy, gig workers, and of course, absolutely where skills are not required, if they're redundant, we release. So yes, that's a reality of our workplaces, that's a reality of every organization that we actually have. So how do we really go back, and what is it that we are looking at from you, and what is it that we expect from you? This is exactly what the industry is expecting from you, right? A multi-dimensional skill, from a thought process, from a creativity standpoint. But if you actually take a look back, right, the industry is not looking at a doer anymore. The industry is looking at a thinker, a doer, and a talker. Very, very important, because each one of you, right, the way the market's moving, the way we are transitioning from one part of the economy to another, when there's a disruption in the economy, it's not enough to go ahead and be just a doer. Not anymore, absolutely not. You're expected to be a thinker, and you're expected to be a talker, because, even from a coder standpoint, right? Even if it's a coder, the expectation is you're not just coding alone, because you're there engaging with the customer, you're engaging with the client to understand a requirement, because that's exactly what's going back into your code, right? So you're right out there actually engaging with the customer, with the partner, with the boss, perhaps. So it's not enough to be a doer alone. How does it help, and how do we get there? That's not the case. So, yeah, like I mentioned, absolutely cross-functional tech skills is absolutely the need. There was a time when we would actually look at, and we've all done that in the past as well, and we continue doing it. A jack of all trades and master of none, right? But the requirement for now, and that's been the case over a period of time. The multi-dimensional skills from a technical standpoint that's actually required, and your ability to actually go back and get skilled on something really new at a very short pace, at a very short window, is extremely important at this point in time, because that's how quick the industry is moving. Just to give what was available yesterday in the market from a technical skill standpoint, it's gone today completely. So what's important for you is to make sure you have those skills at your fingertips, see what's actually needed when anything new that's coming up. Very important for you to know that. From a campus standpoint, and when I go back and when we look back at, and all of our, the HR fraternity looks at, is, hey, you do have that knowledge, but you have the skills, and that's the hands-on that actually gets you that experience, right? Of course, we all understand that, you're fresh out of campus, obviously not going to have experience, but, and you're not on the job, but those internships, that project experience, how hands-on you actually are, it makes all the difference. Innovation, we don't talk enough about it, especially from an India standpoint, right? We don't. Typically from a civilization standpoint, I mean over a period of time, I won't say civilization, but over a period of time, there's been lesser innovation than that actually needs to be. And by the way, innovation is not invention. A big difference between the two, you do not really need to invent something completely new, but innovation is something that over and above that you can actually do to increase or enhance, and that's good to go. But in anything that we actually do, and I'm not addressing just the coders, I'm not addressing just the computer science or the electronics students, but just about anybody, any badge, any branch, any domain, there is an innovation that in anything that we do, and it's very important for us to be on top of that. Teaming and collaboration, most important because that's what the video actually linked to, so it would have given you a good handle. What really helps there from a teaming and collaboration standpoint is more and more as we get into a different kind of an economy, what's required is, there is a horizontal leadership, there is a horizontal organization, so you need to be working with multiple people, I'm sorry about that, multiple people versus the need to actually multiple people versus just vertically alone. So what's required is your teaming and collaboration skills are very important. Critical thinking, and that's exactly the power of it. The thinker part that I actually mentioned earlier on is your critical thinking, because that's your ability to bring to the table most importantly. And I think we can talk a little more on that during the mentoring sessions as well. I'm sure, it's not everybody, but this is something for you to go back and introspect over as well, and that's exactly where the thinker part comes in. Your introspection is very, very important from a career standpoint, because it's not just one level of skills, it's across the board, whether it's your communication, whether it's your engagement skills that I actually spoke about, a very, very important factor of your career. And remember, it's not about a job, it's a career and it's a journey. So, and of course, it's a gradual, gradual journey, so very important for you to pick that up. Right, so I think just a few words, and we had a lot of challenges with the PowerPoint right in there, but that's a larger message that I actually wanted to share. All right, thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. Give a big round of applause to him, please. Thank you. Yes, I think you all are getting into the way that when you step into the company, HR is the first phase, the other phase of the company, and second is learning and development. They really help you to mold yourself into the company's requirement. Now let's get into the third speaker. Again, clue. Yes, ready to guess the speaker? Championing AI-driven recruitment strategies, talent pipeline development. Can you guess it? Head of Talent Acquisition Operations and University Relations. Yes, Manrup Singh. Give a big round of applause. Manrup Singh is going to speak on adapting to change, the role of technology in talent acquisition. Please give a big round of applause, please. Thank you.
But is that a good thing? Do our devices bring us together, or are they separating us? Or are we more alone? Are we more connected to knowledge, or just more likely to believe misinformation? We know that new technology helps save lives, but what about the health risks from being so sedentary? Are we more distracted, or are we more engaged? What are the effects of adding metrics to our social interactions? And what does it mean that you can publish anywhere at any time and share your voice with the world? Explore the pros and cons of technology and defend whether it's making life better or worse here on Earth. Be sure to include facts and deep analysis.
Good morning. All right, so I'll continue from where Ritu left off, all right? Yeah. So the question, okay? Technology has changed, everyone is talking about AI, everyone is talking about different technologies everywhere. Let's give it an example for you guys. What's in it for you? Imagine that you have to apply for a job, say about 15 years back. What would you do? Print a resume, take it to a office which is nearby to the city that you live in or the town that you live in, drop the resume, and that will pile up and up and up and up and up and up and up. It is like a stock that will pile up, and at the end the HRs will give you a call. Fast forward, today's day, imagine that you are sending your resume to a void now, and in that void, you have a bot. Let's name that bot, Recruitron 3000. Good name, right? Good name? Yes. Yeah, Recruitron 3000. So Recruitron 3000 will actually screen your resume and tell you, it'll find out what are the points in what the job description is and tell you, are you eligible for the job? Is your resume a right fit or it is not? If it is not dressed up properly for the job, it'll say, sorry, the princess is in another castle. What that means is, how do you actually land your resume to the right company? Any guesses? Ritu just said that. Okay, I'll reframe that again. First thing that you get is a job description from a company. Look at that. If you are eligible, go ahead and put those keywords in your resume. The keywords are the one that the job matches, and you can at least reach to the recruiter's eye. That is option one. But, and I very strongly advocate that if you are not 70% of what your job description is, don't apply. Do not apply. Because you will not get selected. So, things that you should avoid, spelling mistakes or teeny mistakes, just level up your resume. What do you do next? Yeah. So your resume is not just anything. It's your brand. Build your brand. You remember the social media? All of you guys are on social media. Show me a raise of hands. How many of there are on Instagram or any other social media platforms? Everybody. If you are on social media and you want your reel to get viral, what do? Understand the algorithm. Understand what is up for, what is it that your audience wants. Similarly, even for your profile, all the recruiters sitting here in the front two lines are on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is your Instagram for jobs. Brand. Build up a brand. Connect with the recruiters, not just for jobs, but more. Understand what they do. Understand what the company does. All right. I'll just go fast. This was how you look when you had normal interviews. But now, there's no it's very different. Because it's Zoom, it doesn't mean you can be this. Right? What I mean by this is, when you are on a Zoom interview, it's not your pant that matters. It's the lighting that matters. It's the internet that matters. It's something that how you present yourself matters. So very important. Lighting, sound, internet, make them your friends. Yeah? This is AI. You remember Circuit? Yes. That is your AI. Now, Circuit was the one who actually got a body. So, Munna Bhai wanted an operation to be done. He called up Circuit. Circuit, I need a body. He got a body. Dead, alive, doesn't matter. That's exactly how the AI responds to you. Make AI your friend. Tell as much as you want, in detail, as much detail as you want. Only then AI will understand you. Otherwise, it will not. If you just say that, I want a body, it'll get you a body. If you say, I want a dead body, it'll get a dead body. Just like what Circuit did. And finally, I'll end up with this, that don't chase success, chase excellence. Success will come to you automatically. Yeah? And that's the end of my 7 minutes. So are you ready to take that step, the first step to success? Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Give a big shout to him. Thank you. I hope you all are preparing yourself to get into your dream companies, the jobs. Yes, I hope you all have your dream jobs.
Hello.
Do you? Yes, please do have. Are you passionate? How much? From 1 to 10. 1 is the least and 10 is excellent. 9? Yes? So if you're passionate, I really want to hear the big shout. Yes? 1, 2, 3, start. Yeah, okay. No worries. I do have an amazing speaker coming up. Okay, when you look at that speaker, you feel like going for a vacation, don't you? Yeah, understanding the temperature that's rising here in Coimbatore, don't you feel like going for a vacation? Can you guess the speaker? Louder? Louder? Guess right. Yes, he's an influencer, HR leader. He's going to talk on mastering your field, how to stand out and build a strong network. So give a big shout to Sahil.
Thank you so much. Can I request all of you to give me a huge round of applause? Because there is no guarantee that you will do this after the 7 minutes. So I thought I'll take it in advance. You know, at times it's very important when people like us don't have breakfast for artists to come on stage. Their breakfast is an applause. So can we do it one more time, a little louder? Vanakkam Coimbatore, can I hear you? Can I hear you? Super. You know, when you have all of 7 minutes, you should not give gyan. You should immediately do work and do action. So everybody get your phones out. Everybody please get your phones out. No phones? Wow. No phones? Secret. Slowly. Don't have it? Oh my God. So I have nothing to talk because everything that I had to talk was on the phone. Anyways, I'm going to share the QR code with you later, but I've been given 3 topics and 7 minutes. The first topic is how do you master? The second is how do you build your network? And the third is how do you be amazing? Very, very difficult topics, and each topic I can talk for minimum 3 hours. But the beauty is to talk about it very quickly. Let's start with how do you become a master? Very, very simple mathematical equation. M is equal to O into C. M is equal to O into C. What is M? Mastery. What is O? Obsession. And what is C? Consistency. So you have to be obsessed about something so badly that you're absolutely obsessed about it morning, afternoon, evening. And obsession is amazing, but if you don't practice it consistently, it is just a wild obsession. So if you want to be amazing at anything, if you want to be amazing, always remember M is equal to O into Let's do it one more time. M is equal to? Brilliant. Mastery is equal to obsession into consistency. The second aspect, what is very, very important is to own your why. Own, O-W-N, your why, W-H-Y. Today, if you're sitting in this room because you've been told to sit in this room, that is your why. But you can sit here and have a field trip. You can sit here and pay attention. You can sit here and have takeaways. Your why is very, very important to you. Unless you don't know your own why are you doing what you are doing, you will just live a life. You will only exist. You will only exist if you do not own your why. So why do you do what you do is very important. And the third thing very quickly is a resume will get you a job. A resume or a CV will get you a job, but a brand will get you opportunities. The question is, are you building your brand? Right? A resume will get you a job, but a brand will get you opportunities. And if you start building your personal brand from today as a student, as you start working, as you start building expertise, you will start building your personal brand. And your personal brand will open up doors for you, will get you great opportunities. I have exactly 2 minutes, 15 seconds left, and I want to show you a video. Watch this video, and hopefully towards the end, I'll leave you with something else. Let's have the video, please. Oh, this has nothing to do with the video, okay? So you can ignore that. Everyone knows him? Volume, volume.
I'm very happy to be here today with you all. And as some of you may know, about 5 months ago, I had a liver transplant. So I now have the liver of a mid-20s person who died in a car crash and was generous enough to donate their organs. And I wouldn't be here without such generosity. So I hope all of us can be as generous and elect to become organ donors. I'd like to take a moment and thank everybody in the Apple community for the heartfelt support I got too. It really meant a lot. And I'd also like to especially thank Tim Cook and the entire executive team of Apple. They really rose to the occasion and ran the company very ably in that difficult period. So thank you guys. Let's give them a round of applause. So I'm vertical. I'm back at Apple, loving every day of it. And I'm getting to work with our incredibly talented teams to come up with some great new products for you all in the future. So it's wonderful. Thank you.
Very quickly, 3 more things from Steve Jobs. Number 1, he actually got a second life when he got a liver transplant. You really get what you got when others get what you got. So always have gratitude. You are among the privileged people to do this course in this wonderful college. There are lakhs of people outside who do not even have the formal education that you have. So thank your parents, thank your teachers, thank your relatives, and thank everybody else. Number 2, very subtly he introduced his successor, Tim Cook. Always remember that today may be your day, tomorrow may be someone else's day. When the spotlight is on you, you will love it, but learn to put the spotlight on others as well, because that's the way you will be successful. And number 3, most importantly, he's someone who's actually created a phone, an organization, a great product that has come to us that is very intuitive. And as you work with people and as you join organizations, do not give up your individuality, do not give up your creativity. You've been a fantastic audience, and that's my time. Thank you so much for having me over. And if you're okay, I would like to take a picture with all of you and hopefully a video as well. A video or a picture? Okay, let's do a video. You got to make some noise, okay? So what are we going to do? Cheer, and let's do that. Super. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sahil. I request you to stay back, Sahil. Thank you so much. I know that audience, you want to ask questions. Do you have the curiosity to ask questions? No? Come on, you should have a curiosity. Don't allow the curiosity to fade away. That's what we need. That's what the industry is looking for. So I'll request Ritu Sharma, I'll request Sandeep and Mandrup to be on the stage. And it's your time. You're going to get around 8 minutes to ask questions to the respective keynote speaker. Yes? So we have only 8 minutes, please. Let's value the time. Are we good to go? I think we have given the microphone to them as well. Yes? So whoever wants to ask questions, please be quick. Okay, let's respect each other's time. Let's value each other's time. Are we good to go? Yes? We do have our amazing panelists here. Guys, don't lose this opportunity. If I was in your position, I will never. You guys, Gen Z generation are so amazing. You're getting lots of opportunities at your doorstep. Yes, are we good to go? Let's go ahead. Yes. Who is going to ask question? Anyone? No one? Everyone?
Hello.
Okay, yeah, hi. What's your name?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Deenat Sundarajan, third year Artificial Intelligence Data Science Department.
Dheeraj, would you please come forward?
Okay, just a moment. Okay.
Thank you. Give a big applause, guys. You should really need that confidence to come forward, yes? Please come forward. Yes, go ahead. And the question is directed to?
Okay, I have 3 questions.
Yes.
The first one goes to Ma'am Ritu Sharma, ma'am.
Please go ahead.
Okay, are AI-based hiring completely unbiased, or do you think there are still any limitations?
So if I got your question right, if AI-based hiring is biased or it's...
if it is completely unbiased?
It's completely unbiased. Well, so first, AI adoption has not happened 100% in any organization.
Yes, ma'am.
Second, even if they're using, they're seeing where they need to use it and what kind of operations can be given to AI. It's not like where they have to use human intelligence, like having interviews with the candidate and assessing. They do that. They don't let AI do the complete interview round, right? It's very, very task-based, very operational activities which AI is performing. But yes, they blend it with human intervention as well. Like for the same example, if as a recruiter, I get a screened CV from AI, I will still go look at it if the AI has done the screening well or not. So we don't blindly go take all the screened CV. So it's not 100% adoption.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay, my next question is to Sandeep, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, with AI giving instant suggestions and insights, then how do you see the role of a leader in work environment?
Every leader, I mean, in the economy that we are right now, every leader right now needs to be very proficient in AI for sure. To what a level of degree, right? It obviously does not have to be at an LLM level when it's AI. But the point is, even we, from an IBM standpoint, at every level within the organization, we are expected to leverage our individual AI, that Gen AI, which is a Watson X, that's an IBM tool that we actually leverage. But we are expected to be proficient in Gen AI tools at every level of the industry.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Did that answer?
Yeah, it's better. Next, my question is to Mandrup, sir. So, which industries do you think are mostly to disrupt due to the tech evolution, sir?
Which industry?
Yes, which industries are most likely to disrupt due to the
That's a
tech?
question. Which industry? I'm just giving you an answer. Which industry? Talk about which industry is not going to be disrupted with AI.
Okay.
Everything is going to change.
Yes, sir. I know about the healthcare, transportation, education.
Everything. Think
Yes.
about education, healthcare, transportation, how you consume data, how you watch television, how you drive, how you make things. Everything is changing. So every industry, every job, everything is changing because of AI.
Yes, sir.
Is it not?
Of course, it is. Thank you, sir. That's me. Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dheeraj. Yes. Next. Quickly, please. The timer is not running here. Second question. Yes, hi. Please come forward. What's your name?
My name is Sam Joel from First Year IDS.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't get your name. Would you please repeat?
Sam Joel.
Hi, Samuel. Please come forward. And the question is directed to?
Ritu Sharma, ma'am.
Please go ahead.
My question is, what skills should we develop to align with AI-driven hiring trends?
Skills that you need to develop for AI-driven hiring trends. I think Manroop explained that very beautifully, that there are no specific skills, but if you're applying for, so two ways I'll take this question as. One, what skills in general everybody over here needs to apply. First is, yes, the organizations are moving to skill-based hiring. So they emphasize more on your skills, you know, the skill that you bring in or the competencies that you have acquired. So do not miss from putting those keywords, the skills that you have acquired. That's one thing. Second, if you're applying for an AI role, then certainly they look at analytical skills.
Give your mic.
If you're applying for AI roles, then depends on which company, what role first. Second, if they're hiring engineers, they will look at your analytical skills, problem solving and coding skills. I think these are the basic that they look at, and rest they train. So yeah, I hope I've answered that.
My name is Bharani. I'm from first year CSBS, and my question to Mr. Sahil Nair sir. How can the personal branding impacts the career growth and the job opportunities?
Sure. So that's a very good question, because the age-old saying always has been water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink, right? Today there are students everywhere, but if you go and ask most of the HR people, they'll say it's very difficult to close certain positions. And therefore, you need to differentiate yourself from others. Is everyone hardworking here? Yes? Is everyone sincere? Is everyone committed? Not in a relationship. Committed towards your studies. Everyone is, right? And therefore, the question is, what is different about you? And what is different about you is on your palm. Nobody's hands in this room will meet the same lines. And yet, in an interview, all of you give the same answer. Everybody says we're going to be hardworking, we will commit ourselves to the organization, we will do well. The question is, what is so unique about you that you can solve a problem for a certain organization that nobody else can? And are you branding it well enough so that people sitting not just in Coimbatore, not just in Tamil Nadu, not just India, but across the world, know that you have a solution for a problem that most people don't? And therefore, personal branding becomes very important, not just for yourself, but also for your career. Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Quickly, we do have only 4 more minutes left, please. Any questions?
Ma'am, I'm Ayush, ma'am.
Yeah, hi Ayush, please come forward. Yes, whom am I directing the question to?
from third year CSBS, ma'am. I would ask my question to Sahil Nair, sir. What are the common mistakes we do while networking, sir, that we don't know?
Brilliant, Ayush. That's a very good question. The first thing is we try and fake it till we make it. And I don't subscribe to faking it. You be your genuine self. Either people will like you or they won't like you, but that's all right. Be yourself, because as you start aping others, you only become an echo, right? If I say hello and you say hello, it's only an echo. But if you say hi, hi is different from hello. And therefore, be a voice. Don't be an echo. Point number one. Point number two, as you network, be very genuine in your interactions. Don't just say, hi, how are you? Without even waiting to listen from the other person how they are. Because it just shows that you're saying it for the heck of saying it. So therefore, be genuine, point number two. And point number three, if you can make it a win-win situation, you win, I win, we both win. That is amazing, because then relationships become symbiotic and long-term.
Thank you so much. No, we do have another 2 more minutes. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry, Sahil.
So one more question to Sir Mandrup, sir. Sir, how are technologies transforming hiring and talent acquisition, sir?
Technology has changed everything, from the way we hire to how we put up our skills on the map, how the companies are evolving. Everything is changing. So if you remember the slide one, when I said there were thousands and thousands of resumes that everyone would print and send, that has changed now. What we do right now, I mean, for us in Xperi, we do not even go to campuses for interviews. We've stopped doing that. Everything is Zoom. Everything is remote. One person can handle that. Zero travel, nothing. Everything is on Zoom, can be moderated on breakout rooms, just like conference rooms. So technology is evolving every day. How you adapt to it, how fast you adapt to it, is the game changer.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Manrup. Thank you. Yes. We do have 1 more minute, please. Go ahead. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My question is to Mandrup, sir. I'm Shankari from 3rd CSBS. How do companies balance the automation with the need for human decision-making in hiring?
Beautiful.
Beautiful question. So we say beautiful question when we don't know the answer for the question. Yeah? All the HRs would agree to it. But I'll try to answer as much as possible. So we balance by managing the human part in the human resource. Technology does take a standpoint. It's very important. It helps us. It enables us to take faster decisions. But at the end, it's the human that takes the decisions. So it's very important, the human first. Right, Sahil?
What did you say? What was the answer?
I'll get back to you.
Are you happy with the answer? Yes? All right. Thank you so much. Give a big applause to our keynote speakers, please. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Stand-up comedy.
Thank you. Yes, of course, please give a big round of applause to the people who ask questions. You really need a confidence to come forward and ask questions. Guys, that matters a lot. That really matters a lot. Yes? Please take that step. None of us are perfectionists here. But if you have that energy and guts to take that step, yes, you can survive. You will see lots of turbulence happening in your reality.
Students, let's see the video of Mr. Sandeep Mahavi.
Thank you so much. So as Sandeep said, that Sandeep has a video. I request all of you to just give an undivided attention to the video as I was connecting to that. Yes, we need students who really dare to get forward, dare to take step forward, and ready to challenge themselves. That's what we are looking forward for. So please look to this video and learn as much as you can. Yes, thank you so much.
Plus, I just think this is really interesting. So, I've worked with the Navy SEALs, and I asked them, like, how do you pick like the guys that go on SEAL Team 6? right? Because they're the best, the best, the best, the best. And they drew a graph for me. And on one side, they wrote the word performance, and on the other side, they wrote the word trust. The way they define the terms is performance on the battlefield and performance off the battlefield. So this is your skills. This is, did you make your quarterly earnings, whatever, however you want to translate it, right? Performance, it's traditional. This is, how are you off the battlefield? What kind of person are you? The way they put it is, I may trust you with my life, but do I trust you with my money and my wife? They're SEALs. This is what they told me. Nobody wants this person, the low performer of low trust, of course. Of course, everybody wants this person, the high performer of high trust, of course. What they learned is that this person, the high performer of low trust, is a toxic leader and a toxic team member. And they would rather have a medium performer of high trust, sometimes even a low performer of high trust, it's a relative scale, over this person. This is the highest performing organization on the planet, and this person is more important than this person. And the problem in business is we have lopsided metrics. We have 1,000,001 metrics to measure someone's performance and negligible to no metrics to measure someone's trustworthiness. And so what we end up doing is promoting or bonusing toxicity in our businesses, which is bad for the long game because it eventually destroys the whole organization. The irony is it's unbelievably easy to find these people. Go to any team and say, who's the asshole? And they'll... they will all point to the same person. Equally, if you go to any team and say, who do you trust more than anybody else? Who's always got your back? And when the chips are down, they will be there with you. They will also all point to the same person. It's the best gifted natural leader who's creating an environment for everybody else to succeed, and they may not be your most individual highest performer. But that person, you better keep them on your team.
Now we are really excited to introduce our next segment, a panel discussion that promises to be thought-provoking and insightful. This event will surely open doors for diverse talent pools, helping companies address the talent gap and stay competitive. It will enable every individual approach their challenges with curiosity and openness. We are honored to welcome the collected mastery of expertise gathered here for the panel discussion. The first panel discussion will be the hiring playbook, that is, what recruiters look for in a fresh graduates. This panel will be moderated by Ms. Jency.
Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you. I request all the panelists to occupy your seats. I know they're arranging it. So meanwhile, you get some time to go through the questions as well. And students, be ready for the questions. You can ask questions towards the end. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for making that arrangement. So we're going to go ahead with the panelist one discussion. So the discussion is going to be the hiring playbook. what recruiters look for in a fresh graduate. Let's welcome the panelists. The first panelist is Sujita Sadashivan, Senior HR Business Partner, Queen Bay. Please give a big round of applause to her. It can be louder than this, please. Thank you. Yeah, then we do have our favorite, Reshmi Menon, Head of Campus and University Relations, Providence. Ms. Sangeeta Singh, Senior Director, People Function, Simplify Healthcare. Please give a big round of applause, guys. I know you guys are feeling hungry. Please, bear with us. Thank you. Then we do have Sugata Sen, Talent Acquisition Leader, Lloyds Technology Center, India. Please give a big clap to him. Thank you. And the fifth panelist is Mr. Abhijit Puri, Talent Acquisition, L&T Mindtree. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now we can give it one more clap to all the panelists. Yes. Let's have the microphones, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. So panelists are ready for the questions? Yes? All right, thank you. The first question is, of course, to Sugata Sen. What is the definition for ideal candidate? What key skills and attributes you might be looking for?
Okay. That's the most difficult and most easiest questions. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be back in the campus after 6 months. What is the definition of an ideal husband, ideal wife?
No
Ideal
definition
man.
as such.
There is nothing. That's utopia. That's a term called utopia, if everything is perfect. Ideal Mike. Right, so what happens is, I believe I may be speaking on behalf of other HRs. When we come to the campus, we all know that all of us here are going to meet a candidate who's having zero experience, and we hire for potential, right? And as my friend Sahil has already given a hint on that, how do you succeed? When a company comes to the campus, 500 of you sit for the process, 25 get selected. It does not mean that 475 are not suitable. Just that the company needed the skill A, B, C, and you had A, B, and D. It was a skill mismatch. It was your performance mismatch on that particular day. Okay. And it was also the way you present yourself to the corporate, to the company when you come for the interview. So my foremost is, we always look for a student who is involved in the company, who is looking to join the company, not for the sake of getting a job, as they all said, but because they believe in that. And I am talking from the sense of being there, done that, because I started my career with an academic institution, ICFI Business School in Hyderabad. So I always used to tell my students 3 things. Before you sit for any company which comes to the campus, each one of you should ask yourself 3 questions. First question is, what's the company is all about? Please do some research about the company. You should know something what's happening in the industry. Second and most important question is, you have to convince yourself why you should join the company. Not because your placement teacher, your friends or neighbors are saying this is a good company. You should be convinced that yes, I want to join this company. Third most important is, do you see yourself growing in the company after 3 to 5 years? What are the policy of the company for freshers, for training, for learning? If all these questions you get the answer by yourself, then only sit for the process. For me, that is the next best thing we have for an ideal candidate.
Perfect, great answer. Thank you so much. You do have another question followed by, well, what we have seen is that we come across candidates who are really good with the technical skills. But as we're talking about the skills and attributes, but they may not be good with the communication skills. So how are you going to select them?
They are not good with the communication.
Yes.
Okay. all of us, we cannot be blessed like Sahil and others who are excellent public speakers. Sahil, I'm going to, take your name. That's how I earn my, right? The point is that we should know what we are good at. You should understand and you should identify your core areas. I may not be a good public speaker. I may not be a good presenter. But what I know, maybe I may be good in designing, I can be good in numbers, I can be good in graphs, charts and attributes, or I can be good in social activities. Identify that. For example, when you work in a project, there are 10-member project in an IT company, only 1 or 2 of those project members will actually be talking to the client or to the stakeholder. So we need excellent stakeholder management, communication skills, and presentation skills. The remaining 8 people will be working in the back and actually doing the work, the coding and the development work. So identify which is there. If you want to be a speaker, if you want to be in the limelight, there is no shortcut to success. You need to come out of your shyness. Jinsey, it is not about communication skill, it is more about confidence. Yes. Because when they talk to us one-on-one, they have excellent communication skills. But the moment you ask them to come and speak here, yes, the cat has got the tongue. Yes. That's my belief.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I agree. Yes, as rightly said by Saugata, it's like you have to ensure, as you might be good with the technical skills, the confidence matters a lot. It really matters a lot. What we have seen, a candidate with good technical skills and very good communication skills, but unable to speak in front of the audience or to the interviewer, that's a struggle they have. Yes. So thank you so much for the wonderful answer. Rashmi, next question is to you. So it's about resume and application best practices. We already covered those questions, but still, what common mistakes do fresh graduates make in their resumes and cover letters?
Okay, thank you. As you said, my answers are already being given by my friends Ritu and Manru. So yeah, we would not look at a resume which is too lengthy or too short. We want it to be crisp, where they explain their project in 4 lines and says all about it. Make sure that you don't have spelling mistakes over there, and please do not copy your friend's resume and come back.
Yes.
So those are
Absolutely. Thank you so much for reiterating though. But do we have specific elements that you generally look in resume?
You're asking what's a specific thing that we look at a
Yes,
resume?
yes.
Okay, I would say that the first thing that we look at is we don't want to know more about their from where, what, etc. We would love to know the project that they did. If they can say in the project what exactly was he or her role that they played, so that makes us understand. And as Ritu said, it's skill-based hiring now, so please explain the skills that you're good at, so that we exactly know what we have to ask you on that. So these 2 are very important, I would say.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, to sum it up, as rightly said by Rashmi, we all look into your skills. We all want to know what are the projects that you all did and how did you do it. Yes. So it's easy to work as a team, but when you work as a team, you again have to be a great team player. Yes, that's where you showcase your skills. Thank you so much, Rashmi. The question is to Sangeeta. Yes. Sangeeta is acing the interview process. Can you share an example of a candidate who made a lasting impression during an interview?
There have been many, but the recent one that I can think of is a student that I met 2 weeks back. She applied from an MBA college for an HR position with us. She cleared 4 or 5 rounds with my team, and finally I was supposed to, pick out of the 6, 7 that they shortlisted. And why I picked her, it was very, very evident that she was very well prepared for the interview that I was going to take. She walked in with full confidence. She had read about the organization. She had understood what the organization does. And with the little knowledge that she had done a lot of research to understand how healthcare industry in the US works, which was very impressive for me. The other candidates had little edge over her on a lot of areas, but the dedication and the effort that she had made was much better than anybody else. And the other thing that was very impressive about her was she was listening to what I was saying, which is very important. Most of the time we are so anxious, we are so confused during the interview. We are not even listening to what the person is asking us. We are prepared in the head with certain answers, and we're trying to fit those answers in the questions that are coming in. But she was very attentive in what I was saying. And in the end, when I asked her, does she have any questions, she asked me about things which usually students wouldn't, try because of her in-depth research that she has done. Her questions were excellent. So she stayed with me for a lot of time, and finally when I selected the one person that I wanted, she was the one.
That's good. That's amazing. Thank you so much. If you have to sum it up about this, I think that's the first question. That's where ideal candidate is connected to. So if you have to sum it up, what are the qualities or the strengths that you generally look into a candidate?
See, from the technical side, they kind of clear their technical rounds and they come in, so they are already taken care of while they are, in the process, in the initial stages.
Yes.
But when they come for an interview, there are certain things like one, readiness, preparedness.
Yes.
They have to be prepared. Like Manroop said that if you feel you are not 70% there, do not apply. If you are not interested in the job, if you don't think that this is the organization I want to go for, please do not apply, because we get that feeling very quickly when you walk in and you're disinterested. We understand that. And a disinterested candidate is a very big no for us, because that's one stage where you want to impress the interviewer, and if you're disinterested, you're a straight no for me. So those are a couple of things, and then you have to be ready with questions that you would ask. You have to be ready with doubts that you have about the role, responsibilities. Your JD has to be thorough. You should have gone through the JD very well. And if you feel that there is a doubt, will I fit in or not fit in, please ask.
Yes.
So those are the things that, go a long way while you are choosing a job and while we are choosing you.
Yes.
So it's a two-way, interview. It's not only I choosing you, even you are choosing me.
Exactly.
So do you really want to work with the organization where you have people who are meeting you? Do you really want to join that? Even they prepare very well for these interviews because they want to impress you and hire the best talent. So similarly, I think you should also come prepared.
Absolutely. Well said. Thank you so much. Rightly said. I do remember when we went for the placement drive, there was this group discussion and they were forced to attend the group discussion and they don't want to participate in the group discussion. My straight question to them was, as Sangeeta rightly said, are you interested? No, ma'am. Then I said, it's better you walk away. You're wasting our time. Yes, so as rightly pointed out by Sangeeta, you should have that passion and zeal. And as we said, you'll face lots of turbulence. It's the way you're going to land safely. It's up to you. Yes? All right, thank you. So the question is to Abhijit. Experience matters, but how much? That's what the question is about. For a graduate with no formal work experience, what alternative ways can they showcase their potential?
Okay, a former graduate without any experience. So irrespective experience or no experience, the most important aspect is I always look at it as a W. That W has 5 folds of it. Why? What is it that we are looking for? Next is, why are we going to do it? What are we going to do it? Where are we going to do it? Who is going to do it? And when are we going to do it? So if you have these 5 qualities of W in yourself, you will be able to crack anything that's coming across in your life, not just about an interview. So the quality that I look for whenever I'm hiring, apart from the technical skills or the education background or anything that's as a development for their skill, behavior, or anything, I look for a can-do attitude, a will-do attitude. But there is third dimension to is, get it done. Can I get it done? That is one more thing. As a fresher, we always tend to go with the college curriculum that is given to us, right? We always follow that trend. And most of the students follow whatever is there as per the college curriculum. Yes. But as our colleagues right now, we had a wonderful session since morning. Everyone have given their inputs. So personal branding, that's more important.
Absolutely.
And how are you on LinkedIn? That's also important. When you are addressing, understand the recruiters who are coming to your college. Understand about their organizations, what is it. And next is, how are you representing your projects that you have done? Are you highlighting those things? Are you knowing the purpose of those projects? Are you a part of different social groups, technology groups, or any of the things, if you are from a finance background, HR background, or technology background? It doesn't matter that you are supposed to be experienced and then you go there and then join that.
Yes.
Beforehand, research about it. You guys are seeing a lot of reels on Instagram nowadays, and the patience level of everyone is only 45 seconds kind of thing to check for a reel, right? So I believe the same thing can happen when you're going for an interview. The interviewer might not get impressed with you within first 1 minute or 2 minutes. So what is the impact that are you able to make? I believe in sciences like light travels faster than sound. So it's important how you are presentable. Now, just presentable is not about dressing up yourself, but at the same time, you have to use all your senses that you have been provided with. The sense of your eyesight, the sense of your taste, the sense of your body language, the sense of your touch, everything. How can you make all of your senses aligned towards thing that you want to achieve? So the interviewer who is going to interview you, study about that person. Try to understand their aspects also, what they come from. Your campus recruiters, campus placement cells will be able to tell you that these are our interviewers. They are going to come in for your college. Try to understand about their background, their likings. Because as humans, we are not engraved with some one particular technology to make it black and white. There are gray shades of it. So it's important for us to see those angles also whenever we are presenting ourselves in front of someone else. So as every one of us, we like to hear what we like, right? So some music can be good for someone, some music can be not that interesting for someone. So everyone has a different taste. So we cannot generalize it. So we have to understand what are we selling. And over here, we are a product that we are selling ourselves. But also the purpose, are we just selling it for just getting a job? Or do we really mean to be there, a part of it? Because if you are just going to get a job today, that's, I think so after a year, you might again get bored and you might feel, oh, what am I doing? So we have been crossed here with so many years of experience, and we have realized after a couple of years that this is not what I wanted to do. I want to do something else. And there is also a code in the organizations. Employees don't leave organizations. They leave there because of their managers. So choose the right employers that you want to work with, the culture of that organization. Study those things. If those things are not there, then I think so you will be on a wrong career path, and anything that you are going to start with, you will have that bitterness towards it. So study well before applying, before getting registered towards any organization.
Thank you so much for that amazing answer, Abhijit. So I think each panelist are all directing to your branding. Brand yourself and have passion, yes? The last question to Sujita. The question is from industry trends and the future of hiring. What advice would you give to students today to future-proof their career in a rapidly changing job market?
Yeah, good noon all. So the future hiring, as all the keynote speakers spoke about the AI and technology, that's like replacing the human. That's what we see. Like, if you see, like, in HR front, I earlier had many team members, but currently I am doing it with very less team members with the help of technology. So everything is going through technology. Despite of it, I would like to share one real life experience what I have gone through recently. So most of them would have taken online test, right? For your placements? Yes or not? Yes. So all these, online tools are been ready-made, made from using the AI technology. You know it, even your eye blinks, tab changing, everything will get captured there, right? Yes. So that's how we also got one online tool to conduct online test for the campus drives, especially when it comes to campus drive, around 500, 600 folks will appear at the same time, right? So this is for selecting the DS candidates, that's data science engineers. So we were looking at the people from AI and DS departments. So they were like provided with the tool, and we have set the benchmark of 50 as a kind of cutoff score to get through that particular test. Because even the experienced folks will have a difficulty in clearing that particular test. But surprisingly, in one campus, we found like around 50 folks has taken that test, and all the 50 has scored above 70%. We were quite surprised. We thought like now people coming out of this particular campus has good ability to do the coding, all that. But when it comes to normal one-on-one discussion, we gave them the paper and asked them to code. We couldn't able to, or they couldn't able to crack that particular interview process. So that's the reality. You may able to crack the technology, but there when it comes to normal manual testing process, that at that time they couldn't able to clear the interview. I would say like you should be master at everything. Just upskill yourself and be in trend, but always believe in yourself. Be curious, learn more, and do big things. You should be the one who is creating that kind of online technologies. Like being an HR of, I may be the end user of that particular technology, being an HR, because I am not an engineer. But I look for a software engineer who could able to create that technology using their brain, their codes. So always think about preparing yourself, be curious, learn more, and you need to be utilize all the technology and learn what is inside there. That's more important, that's what I would say. So always believe in yourself, learn more and be curious, be confident about yourself and present yourself well. Hold the attitude of being, polite and collaborative with people. That matters a lot for being successful in any organization or even in personal life too. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujita. I'm sorry for overstepping. What you said is absolutely correct. Yes, the learning agility matters a lot. Relearn, unlearn, and learn. That's really good. Thank you so much for the amazing answers, all the panelists. Now, students, you do have an opportunity to ask questions. Quick. We do have I request you to run the timer, please. It's not running, though. Questions? Yes. Do they have the microphone, please? Would you please run the timer as well?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My question is to Ms. Sujita Sadasivam.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Srimati from third year CSE. My question is, how can a fresher improve their chance of getting hired in a tech-driven roles?
Improve the chance of?
Getting hired.
Okay, fine. So in tech-driven role, especially in product companies, we look for more of technical skills. With that, as I said, like the polite and collaborative attitude. So if you have to decide about which technology or which platform you want it to be. My company is more often, most of the companies are working on with Java programming. So it would be good if you are developing yourself in Java. Are you from CS background?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then it's fine. So you can develop yourself in Java programming. If you are not comfortable with Java, Python is also doing good. A lot of companies are coming up with as I said, like, data-driven, data science related data labs are coming in. So in that case, they'll look for Python. So you should be strong at technical skills. If you are strong in your technical skills, obviously you'll be more confident about presenting yourself in the interviews.
Thank you,
graduates.
ma'am. It
Thank you.
really helped a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. We have one more question, please. Thank you, Sujita. Thank you so much. One more question, quick. We are running out of time. Or else we are going to wrap it up then. So thank you so much. Yes, you do have? Yes, what's your name?
My name is Santosh from first year aeronautical.
Yes, Santosh.
My question is common for all. Just imagine you have two resumes in your hand. One is 7% of CGP and you have most of skill. And one of them having 9.8 CGP and compared to the first one, you have only 50% of the skill. To whom you will give the job?
The person who has the right skill.
So it depends. Marks can be one criteria to enter the interview process, but that's not the criteria to clear the interview process. Your interview is only cleared when you have that knowledge, you have that skill that we are looking at. It doesn't matter you are at 7 CGPA or 9. If the 9 guy does not have the skill I'm looking for, I would not hire the guy. If you are the one with 7 and you have the skill, you have the job. But then you have to perform well during that 45 minutes while we are talking to you. Right?
All right. Thank you so much. Yes.
I
Yes,
would
Abhijit?
like to say
Yes,
that.
quickly, please.
The lot of times when we are hiring candidates, right, it's more about not the best fit. It's more about the right fit. There are A-list candidates, there are B-list candidates. So many a time someone with experience, salary, location, skills, and also about the background. So those are one of the best candidates. But are they the right ones to be hired? Are you the right candidate? Ask this question for yourself also. How can I be that person that can be hired? Just don't look at a particular interview, what we are looking for.
Thank you so much, Abhijit. Give a big clap to our panelists, please. Thank you. We're wrapping it up. Thank you so much. Yes, I request all the panelists to stay back here, please, for a group pic. So meanwhile, panel 2, I would request all of you to be ready with your questions. Yes, and we do have a moderator as well. Thank you. Yes, I request the second moderator, please. Where is the moderator? Give a big clap to the moderator. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're making me more nervous, actually. Fine. So I hope everybody is, absolutely excited, energized, and ready. Because we are about to dive into a topic which truly matters in today's scenario. Bridging the gap, industry-academia collaboration. And I am Sachin, and I have the absolute pleasure of being your moderator today. We are joined by a powerhouse panel of HR leaders who don't just only speak about the future work. They are actively shaping it. From hiring thousands of freshers to building global teams and in mentoring young talents to, they've seen it all. So if you're a student who is thinking about your first job or a teacher who's curious to know about what industry expects, or anyone who's absolutely passionate about learning and growth. This panel discussion is going to be of great help for you. So without further delay, let us invite all the panelists in no particular order. I'll first introduce Ms. Sonal Kamath, Senior Director and Head of HR, SACON. A big applause, please, students. Next, Mr. Praful Jaiswal, Director of HR, Entrata India. The only male panelist who's going to help me actually. Followed by Ms. Shweta Parekh, Manager HRBP, Flentas. Followed by Ms. Anjula Tyagi, Assistant Vice President HR, Alter Digital Private Limited. And the one with the big fans. Followed by Ms. Shweta Jain, Director HR, ICF Consultancy. So I hope we can get started. So the first question goes to, we'll start with Ms. Shweta Jain. And the question is going to be on the topic industry expectation versus academic learning. And the question is, ma'am, what do you think, what specific skills or competencies do industries find lacking in today's graduates?
Good afternoon, everyone. So, great question. Thank you so much, Sachin, for this. I don't think I'm going to bring anything new to the table. This is something that has been covered by our keynote speakers and my fellow colleagues in the first panel. I think number one thing that we feel lacking is, as somebody mentioned, right, we are all are different, but why are our answers same? So what is it that we are bringing which is different? That is your attitude. What kind of attitude you are bringing, how you are able to differentiate yourself amongst the crowd. So from there, the soft skills really, really matter. How you are able to communicate, how you are able to articulate what you want to say, that definitely is the thing. And another important thing I would say is also how much you are able to navigate with the changing circumstances. So if you are able to produce in your conversation, if you are able to talk about some of the projects wherein you have quickly navigated to the changing technological landscape, as well as have taken full ownership of what you are doing, I think is something which stands you out and which we really look forward to in the conversations. And then of course your confidence, the way you are bringing your A game, your overall how you are presenting yourself, how confident you are, I think these things really matter.
That's great.
Thank you.
So the next question goes to Ms. Anjula Tyagi, and the question is,
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity as well as the warm welcome you people are giving me again and again. Please don't make me nervous like this. I will not be able to speak. Thank you.
yes, how critical are internships, apprenticeships, and live projects in making students job ready?
Yeah, see, as far as it is related with internship, apprenticeship, and live projects, it's incredibly important. Because see, it prepares you how to face the real world problems, industry problems. As soon as theoretical is one part and practical knowledge is one part. Theory teaches you why and practical knowledge teaches you how to do this. And we combine these, when these two things are coming together, your theory as well as practical, this is how somebody will be getting the complete outcome of this, the redefined thing, the overall outcome will be super. Because theoretical only is not going to help. You are watching n number of reels. Suppose you are watching a cooking reel for a recipe, particular recipe. By watching only, you are not able to make that recipe in a perfect manner. You have to do it practically, right? You have to get the balance of all the flavors. You have to see when you have to turn the knob on. Because many a times, in one of the reel I have seen that it was not told that you have to turn on the gas, and the recipe was made without turning on the gas. Because it was not told, right? So you have to do all these things. Same thing, like law of physics is important. It is essential what you learn in your theory. But how you are going to solve real life your engineering problems, that when you will be doing, when you will be learning during internship, then only it is going to be helpful for you. Same way, reading the code is one thing. But when you are going to work actually on a project, you have to code, you have to do debugging, and then you are going to create that project, then only you are going to master that skill. So problem solving, then it gives you that confidence, because when you are into the industry and you are actually getting hands-on experience over there, so you are learning in an environment which is closed. Even if you are doing a mistake, but no one is there to judge you because you are learning here. As many internships you can do, just go and grab it. And here, please, don't think about money. Internship should not be your money driven. It should be skills, like what you are going to learn over there. So 2-3 things, it builds your confidence, it helps you in facing your real life challenges, then it gives you that skill proficiency. Because only you are reading and you are not doing, it is not going to help. So it is really, really important to go and have these internships, grab these internships, ask for right set of people, like live projects, so that you can work on your skill set. Thank you.
Thank you. This is personally going to help me, because when I address students in the future, maybe I might be using this to tell them.
Of course, they will be listening to you.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. This question is to Shweta Parekh. And the question is, what are the key gaps between industry expectations and the current academic curriculum?
All right. So, we imagine when you all must have experienced this. We buy a gadget, right? A new gadget, and a manual comes with the gadget. Now, how many of you, you can raise your hand and tell me that without even reading the manual, you start using or you start actually operating the device or the gadget? Raise your hand. Right? Okay. So now, there's a second scenario. You read the manual, and then you try to, use the gadget. How many of you do that? Okay. Now the third thing, you don't even start using it, you don't even read the manual, but then you go and watch the YouTube video, and then you start using the gadget. Relatable? Now that's the gap, right?
I have never seen the manual.
That's exactly. Because there are a lot of technical jargons, but at times what happens is, so when you start using the gadget without even referring to the manual, then at times you just know the basic understanding. But then to have a deeper understanding about how this gadget operates or how does it work and how to use it in an efficient way, you need to understand, you need to thoroughly know about the manual. But then when the video as well as the gadget is together, then that's how you learn. So that's exactly the gap, because a simple thing, when you are taught to learn or how to swim in a swimming pool, it's all controlled. But then when you're thrown in an ocean, so you imagine what would happen. So that I would relate, and that's the gap, because industry definitely teaches the driving lessons, but then you never drive the car. But then when you come to the corporate, you actually have to drive the car.
That's absolutely great. And I'll come back to you. And the
So
next.
just to add to one more point, so to sum it up in 3 things, so the gap is theoretical versus practical, I would say. Second is lack of industry tools. And the third thing is the soft skill deficiency. All right?
Thank you. The next question is to Ms. Sonal, and I think this question is going to help a lot of teachers out here. And what role do faculty members play in bridging this gap, and how can they stay industry relevant?
So, ideally, faculty does play a large role, right? You're the ones who are training the crowd, the young population that you have at hand. But I think what can be done, right, largely is you can involve the industry more in creating your curriculum. I'll start from the base and go up to the top, right? So our curriculum is very dated. What is needed by the industry necessarily does not exist in the curriculum.
Okay.
I know you have to stick with UAGC norms and AICTE norms.
Exactly.
But along with that, if you're talking to the industry, you can possibly have small bridge courses which can be introduced. And that will help the crowd, the industry will be more acceptable towards, and the crowd also becomes more palatable for us to absorb. Right? Second thing is bringing in more people. I'm sure a lot of organizations send in their people to go ahead and hold lectures.
Yes.
Right? So bringing in guest lectures, bringing in workshops where the industry and the children can interact. So I remember there was Eaton, there are also other organizations that do this. They'll usually run, they'll say you can run projects and we'll send a project lead for you at the college, and they run a competition or something like that. Running hackathons, right? So bringing in the industry and the children together where you start understanding the expectations what are in the industry. Doing a little more research around the market trend, what's changing, what's not changing. Because if the faculty and the industry is completely disconnected, it's not going to help, you need support there to bring children up, right, to that extent. Research also that happens, right? A lot of research can be done shared. Because if you see people, whoever is in the industry, you can't put in so much of money only on research. But if that same kind of research can be supported by the children at the college, the faculty who is working, or at times have a good engagement with one organization, you can spearhead it further, where your teachers can visit and possibly look at the models that they are using and then contribute there. It'll be a good exchange forum. But
Yes.
there is going to be some investment that needs. And I think where faculty can help us more, I'm from the human resource industry, so I'm going to pull this up and I actually wrote it down, is you can set the right expectations with your children, right?
Okay.
We hire from the colleges and we get some really very high expectations in terms of, or I would say unmanageable expectations in terms of, what they come up from. So they want to be freshers and they want to work out of home. It's not possible. We need people. We were just we were chatting up over this problem. Or for that matter, when they join in, within 6 months, they say, I want to contribute at a very high level. And I'm bored. And I'm looking at them. I'm 21 years in the industry. I'm still not bored. How are you bored? Right? So having a little more realistic expectation is extremely important. And if it starts building here, will be great. Second thing is, in college, the culture is who has the highest ranking, who's the topper, right? So you're going alone. What you're teaching is competition, but when you get into the industry, what you need is co-optation. You should know how you work as a team. You should know how you get them together and go ahead. So if the culture is still, I'm writing my paper and I'm not sharing, then the whole project is failing, right? So how you share, how you create, connect. The video that was shared, right? That was fantastic, right? The trust part, right?
Trust part.
Also teaching children, teaching the students how to build that trust or that overall environment is going to be great. So I think this is a lot of impact that the faculty can create.
Yes.
And just to add to her, you were talking about influence of teachers and trainers, and we've just seen that example here, that when you walked in, how much influence you are having on the students. I'm pretty sure that all the teachers, if they are saying something, it means something to the students. And of course, what Sonal has mentioned, that if there is an industry connect between the teachers and the faculty members, for sure you will be able to pass on right information, right knowledge to the students.
Yes,
And rightly said by Sonal, as the mindset is the topmost thing.
So if you see, even government today does accept a lot of student research. And there are a lot of programs which the government and the college can do together, putting in different POCs. So will the IT organizations. You'll see a lot of college students have been picked up for Swachh Bharat implementation.
Yes.
Or for even other areas. So depending on how you want to grow the network, Right? A little more work there will give a lot more to the society and to the industry back from the faculty.
And then, like,
think I would also
from
add-
all these things, I think as a teacher for me and for a lot of teachers out here, I think we'll be able to follow, like we'll try following all these things that we've been mentioning. It's all, very useful, basically. And we'll try the best that we would be able to do.
You seem to have a large industry forum. I was reading it up when I was coming.
Yes.
I think you nicely summed it up, but just in one sentence, if I say, what is really important is that industry and students should not be meeting only at the time of hiring, only at the time of placements. This is what is the biggest gap. There is no, there are big steps, of course, there are these HR conclaves and all these platforms that students are now getting to, hear from the industry directly. But I think having some small steps, as you were mentioning, I think that would really be a great deal to set the right expectation and also to give them a little bit of flavor of how the corporate world is going to look like. So, having some mentorship programs, guest lectureships, also having some webinars, having some, it may not be feasible for everyone to be present physically, but let's use technology there and see how we can bridge that gap in the soft skills also. So I think that can really be very helpful.
So what I am able to understand out of this is that we should not be doing all this thing in the pre-final years, in the third years, when they start to sit for the placement.
Absolutely.
This should be something very continuous, which has to be right from day one of their college, I hope so.
So it was around 12 years ago that one of my HODs started his own college, and after running it for 3 years, he called me saying, my first batch is going to go for placements. What do you think you can advise? And so I went to the classroom and I realized the soft skills were really poor. For that batch, I told him 6 months aggressive soft skills. But after that, what we did was, we actually, because I had time on hand, I was going on my maternity break, so we developed small courses from the first year for soft skills. First, second, third, fourth year. And by the time, so he noticed the change, even I noticed the change. No more in touch with the college though, because work took priority. But that can really help. Doing it in the final year doesn't help at all. Then you're trying to cram in everything. You do it stepwise right from the beginning. And then the industry is also interested, right? Because they've invested in you. Otherwise, why would they?
I hope a lot of first years are out here. I hope you're able to hear this very clearly. Am I right? Is there a yes, first years? Are you here? Yes, hope. I think this is something that I've been always telling you people, or everyone, all the teachers we keep saying is that you have to start from right from day one, from your first semester. Hope, I think everything concludes over there, right? Fine. So I think moving on to the next question, I believe it is to one of my friends. I think we have become friends. So it is to Mr. Praful, and the question is, what long-term strategies can institutions and companies implement for sustainable collaboration?
Great. Thanks for having us, and I'm part of such powerful panel here. Most of the things we already talked about, actually, but I'll start with one very prime example when actually I started hiring college graduate. Now, that time we were hiring around 200 college graduates, and it was huge industry gap we have found. And we had to run almost 6 months long program for training them that what we are expecting from them. Of course, that time we did that thing, and the fruits are that, okay, I'm still having, even after 12 years, I'm still having some of the people reaching to VPs or director level in our organization. But that's not something which can be done every time, because we need to bridge this gap that, okay, long-term sustainable growth can come only when industry and academic institutes are joining hands. Now, first thing is that, of course, you're already doing. We all are here. We are talking to students. We are sharing our experience. We are actually telling all of you that what kind of expectations organizations are having and how you can prepare yourself. So kudos to your college that they are already doing this thing. Second thing is, of course, finding out what is needed into the industry. So now all the panelists and all the keynote speakers also talked about is that what is expected. It's not only the theoretical knowledge which you're gaining into the college, but along with that, soft skills, attitude, and how you perceive things matters a lot. Because one of your friend asked that question about 7 points and 9 points. See, all those things can be the entry barriers, but after that, how you are presenting yourself matters a lot. So, finding out, and your faculty members must be already doing it, this thing, that what kind of expectations are there into the industry. Third very great thing which we have done from our side, from our organizations, whatever colleges we are working with, we are sharing the expectations, or maybe the course curriculum, that what we are expecting from the college or the students. And those colleges are running those programs for 6 months or a year, and of course Sonal has mentioned that okay, this should start from the first year. But of course everything cannot be given by the industry. So some specific pointers, what is expected out of a student, is given to them. 1 year program colleges are running, and then we go there, visit there and interview them, and whoever is actually dedicatedly appeared or probably learned from that program is being successful into the industry. So that is another thing which can be done by industry and the college institute. Another thing is, a lot of time or probably most of the places we are talking about that, okay, what college should do or what institute should do. There is a third pillar to it, which is student. If whatever efforts industry is putting, whatever efforts faculties or colleges are putting, but if students are not putting efforts in learning those things, it's of no use. So the long-term sustainable solution, if we want to find out between the industry and institute, we need to actually identify this thing as well, that okay, how we are telling the same thing to the students, and they're understanding that okay, this matters a lot. It matters a lot to their own career, not to the college, not to the industry. Of course, there is a win-win. See, as an industry people or hiring expert, we are also looking for someone. So that is a win for us as well. But of course, the major win is for the student, the individual who is actually gaining the most out of it. So these are few of the things which we can do.
So just one point to add. Yes. Like if it's only the industry giving to the college, what we are going to get is students, right? And good students. Agreed. But one more thing that we need to possibly focus on is what can the college also do to engage the industry better? So if you noticed, most of these IMs or the XLRIs and elite institutes, they do offer smaller courses for 6 months or 7 months for the industry folks to come back and study. Okay. Because end of the day, they've also lost touch. Right? So something like that, where you offer smaller technology courses, or something on agile methodology, or something on Scrum management, or this is about engineering, but something even in terms of what you call the management side of the ladder, right? If there are smaller bridge courses which you can arrange, or workshops which can be arranged, where you can have the industry people also come and attend. Right?
Okay.
When you create such curriculum, the teacher is also an industry person, the student is also an industry person. But there's exchange, so they're interested in being connected with the college, because you're creating that platform which they don't have the time, and you have the time, you have the right set of people also for it. So you can possibly arrange that, you have the experience to do that. That's one thing that I think can be done. Second thing is focus on faculty. Focus on developing your faculty. Because what ends up happening is when the industry forum, when they're talking to somebody, it's only the placement officer who possibly is understanding what's going on in the market. So if you develop your faculty in terms of market trends, in terms of research, in terms of how they should present themselves, it's going to be fantastic, right? And soft skills, because everything is changing. The technical world is changing fast. So how much are you able to build the capability of connectedness? If X changes, somewhere else Y is going to be impacted. Are your students able to understand that? Right? Otherwise, the industry is not going to come back and teach A, then go back, then come back for B, then go back. And then by the time you teach C, A is again lost.
Yes.
But you really need to teach them how it relates. So the connectedness and how to critical think or change your hats, building that confidence. So focusing on soft skills is important. So I think for long term, along with what he said, I think this will definitely
One
help.
thing she has touched very importantly is that how faculty can see that, okay, what is happening into the industry. So maybe one of the idea, and I'll request Wasim as well, that maybe some of your faculties who are teaching here in this institute sometimes visit the industries, visit the corporates along with your TPO, that can give a lot of exposure.
Actually, a lot of us are visiting, but we have to make it more rigorous also.
Yes.
So I would
Yes.
like to one point here. So like industry-driven projects. So with industries, like whatever company you are thinking you are going to apply or something, or you have done collaboration with the institutes. So if industry-driven projects are there, it is going to helpful for the students, and assessment can be done 50% by the institute and 50% by the industry, the company, wherever it is. So
Yes.
it is also going to be helpful, and the collaboration which Praful mentioned, it needs to be started from the first year, not from the last year or the end of the second year. That internship, again, the same thing. So here internship, your live projects and apprenticeship, it plays very, very important role, because they will be getting an idea like basically what job it's going to be exciting for them in future when they have done more and more internships, again with the collaboration, academic institute as well as the companies. So this is important.
Great. So there's one question that strikes me, like a lot of, like people who are sitting for placements, they keep asking me often, like, there are plenty of companies which is coming in. And the one question that they ask me is that once I get into the company, will they be giving me a 6 months of training? Or will they directly put me into projects? How it works? From a perspective of HR, like, do you expect a student to be directly put into a project? They want to be the industry ready completely 100%? Or will you spend some time, like 1 month or 2 months, in training them, then putting them into projects?
Very nice question, and beautiful, and it's great that, okay, you all are having that curious question. See, I'll tell you one example. Even if we are hiring somebody with 5 years of experience, that person also gets into the induction program, gets to understand what is the development environment, what is the coding standards being followed into the organization, and what kind of maybe release process they are having. So if a 5 years of experience person needs to know that thing, of course a college graduate will be provided that training. The expectation is that, okay, it should not be, so I always give this example that, okay, we should not be teaching someone from scratch. ABCD nahi sikha sakte. You can actually hold hands and take them to the next level. But to come to a certain standard is something which college and students needs to do.
So when you speak about training, right?
Yes.
We don't want, you don't want somebody to learn Java when they get into the industry. What
Yes,
you want
exactly.
to do is, you want to teach them the way to do things, because it differs organization to organization. So when people come in, maybe there'll be some brush up technical trainings, but a lot of it is around the way we do things in a particular organization. It's more of an induction. So campus to corporate is primarily about, you're from college, we understand, we're just going to help you, brush up your edges a bit so that you can fit in well.
Yeah,
So it's
if
about,
I'm not, like wrong, like, like every company is going to use a different stack. If I speak about a technical point of view, I think we will not be able to train in terms of all the stacks when they are in the college for 3 years, because 3 years is all they sit and train, and 4th year, obviously they sit for a placement. So what I am able to understand from this is that they have to have the basic of all the technologies maybe, and once they get into the company, maybe whatever the company is doing, the extra thing or the stack which they are using, so maybe a brushing of that or an introduction to that, or what kind of project they are going to sit into, maybe a brief introduction of that.
how do you, it's a lot more. How do you write emails? How do you speak to somebody? How do you
Yes.
get on a call? Everything. So there's a lot of coaching beyond technology that the organization has to do, and I think we are ready to invest. What you need to do best is bringing them up to speed.
Yeah, I think
to
also-
add to that,
Yes.
please go ahead. Sure.
Thank you. I think what's really important is we have to understand there are two kind of programs that an individual, that especially a fresher, gets into. One is of course the induction orientation program, wherein they get to understand about the company, the policies, the procedures, some code of conduct that we have, what are some of the unspoken rules, some spoken guidelines, all of that. And then there is a soft skill aspect also, wherein there is a lot of training enhancements, understanding how to write emails, how to be, following a certain dress code policy, etc., etc. And then there is also a training program wherein when they are assigned a certain project manager, they know that this is a team they are going to be working with, this is the line of business they are going to sit in, and this is the kind of projects they have. So initially, at least in my organization, I can talk from my company, I've been with this company for more than 9 years now, and there we allow them to shadow some of the projects that we are doing, and that helps in a way that they are able to understand exactly how we do client management, how do we deliver the project, how are we managing some of the expectations internally also, because there are a lot of different functions that work together, and having that kind of experience as shadowing support really helps them bring them to a level where they are actually able to deliver directly. So this is something I think which really helps and is really important.
Okay, I'll finish with one last question which I'll put generally to the entirety of the panel. One more thing also, students usually find it difficult is that we, including me, we are insisting the students to do projects, a lot of projects. What they comes back to us is that, should I do 3 projects, should I do 5 projects, or what you're expecting us, and what should be the intensity of the project that we have to do. These are a lot of questions they come up with. I too don't have that kind of a clarity, in terms of the project side, how much projects we really expect, or what is going to be the intensity of the project also.
Great. So I'll actually answer it in connecting 2 things. One, you were telling that, okay, 3 years is a common subjects and we learn everything, and then, see, the thing is that learning everything is required. But at the end, what you're liking, you need to create a niche. What you're liking, what you're passionate about, be the master of that thing. Same way, when you're doing project, if you're doing 5 different projects and not good at all 5 of them, it doesn't matter. Pick one, no matter how big it is, how small it is. You make sure that, okay, you know in and out about that thing. And while doing that project, you will learn so many things. Because, if you're doing 5 things, you will just try to complete it. Okay, let's complete it. But when you're doing one project, completely focusing on it, throughout the project development life cycle, you will learn each and everything, because you will be required to, you will get time to go deep into each stage of the development. So that matters a lot. And of course, from college perspective, it might be a requirement that, okay, if somebody, students are required to do 2, 3 projects as well. Make sure one at least is a major project and you're completely focusing on that things. That will give you a lot of knowledge.
Great. And just to add to that, I believe even if one project they do, right, they should have an understanding, they should be able to explain it. So I'll tell you one scenario. So Flentus is a born in cloud company where I work. And recently when we were hiring, so one simple question which I asked interns, can you explain what is cloud to a 5-year-old kid and to a 50-year-old elder? And none, out of let's say 10, 5 were able to explain, but then 5 weren't. So that's exactly the thing. They should be able to explain, they should be able to understand the basics. That's what is important, right?
That's great.
So today, when I look at a project, right?
Yes.
I also look at was there a need of the project? What were you trying to solve, right?
Exactly.
So frankly, everybody wants to build a billing system or whatever, but those exist. So how smart are you in terms of picking up what is your project?
Idea.
It may be a very easy one.
Yes.
But frankly, what's the impact it's going to create? What is your clarity of thought on delivering it? And then you get into the strength of what technology, code and stuff like that. So I think that's more important for me when I...
Yeah, even I agree with Sonal on this. Because this is that problem area one needs to define. You need to differentiate this with others, right? How it is different. What is already there in the market, why you have to work on that? So go what you want to test, what excites you more, work on all those things. Unnecessary, for the heck of it, you don't have to do any project. You have to see how it is going to create an impact in the, like basically society, what you want to give back to the society, whatever you have taken, right? So work, think that, what is the problem area, and work accordingly. Even if, as Shweta mentioned, even if you do one project, that's okay. Simple one, that's okay. But why you are doing this? Is it going to excite you, or are you going to work on this in future as well? You want to build something on this furthermore? So think that, and then accordingly choose that. Choosing of topic is very, very important. No matter like you are doing 10 projects, 15 projects, no one is going to see that. They will be asking why you have chosen this topic. That matters.
Fine. Right. So sorry to, we'll wrap it up here because we're running out of time. And so I believe, like both for students as well as for teachers, and all the questions and the answers could help you. Especially the last few questions, which I got it from students, which I have been delivering it to you, right? The few other was in the paper, right? The last ones were really from the students, okay? Right, so to wrap it up, students, I hope you have few questions, and let us make it a little quicker. 1 or 2 questions, and definitely they'll be meeting you in the mentor-mentee sessions, and you can ask more. Like we'll wrap it up with 1 or 2 questions maybe. Anyone has any questions? Yes, please.
So, hello ma'am, I am Bhuvan Shankar from 3rd CSBS, and I have a question for Ms. Shweta Parekh. And you're passionate about personal branding and employee engagement. So how can we, as a student, build a strong personal brand before entering into the job market?
All right, thank you for the question. So first and the foremost thing, have you updated your LinkedIn profile?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What have you updated? Like, is it all about, what you do? Have you posted pictures of the parties, or what you do, apart from the college, or let's say, something interesting project which you have done? Have you updated that, or what does it talk about?
The events that I attend, hackathons, so my articles are about it, ma'am. My experience.
All right. So personal branding is all about you as an individual, okay, before anybody connecting to you, should have an understanding about who you are, okay? So that should talk about your passion, that should talk about your professional image, and that's all how you build it.
Sure, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Any other question? Maybe one more we might. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sarvesh from 2nd year CSBS. Ma'am, my question is to Ms. Sonal. Ma'am, you have led a lot of transformation projects and the global HR strategies. And how much important is the cultural fit in the recruitment phase, especially for the fresh graduates? Ma'am, can it really outweigh the technical skills?
Could you repeat the last part of your question? I understood the cultural fit part. After that?
It really outweigh the technical skills, like comparative to the cultural fit in the recruitment phase.
So, certain things, right? So there's the cultural fit. I think we're getting too much into detail about cultural fit, but what we would look for is the right attitude, right? What is the willingness of the candidate to perform?
Yeah.
What is the interest? And we do check what the value system of the candidate is. Through certain questions, when they're explaining the project, we understand what's the integrity, right? Did they even do the project? Do they even understand what it is, right? So we're looking at primarily attitude. I don't think we look at cultural fitment as such there. That comes in when, if the candidate has the right attitude, has the right will, right? Then we can go ahead and train the candidate to become an employee. Skill, skill. But skill can be taught. So if you don't know Java, we can teach it. If you don't know .NET, we can teach it. If you don't know, maybe if you don't fit the development background, you could fit networking. If not that, you'll fit systems. You'll fit somewhere or the else, depending on what your, what your interest or what your potential is. But if you don't have the right attitude and the right willingness, we'll not be able to train, right? So I think both of them are equally important, because your scores, your technical skills are also speak about a value, a discipline, that you showed up to college for years, you put in your, sweat and blood there, so you got a particular score, And that's the reason you're technically very well. So that's equally important. But if somebody is excellent technically but does not have the right attitude, I don't think I'd hire him or her. But if the person has excellent attitude and a little compromise on technology, I'd do that because I'm okay to invest on it and get the person right.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. That was
Thank
a
you.
great insight. Thank you so much.
Fine, thank you. And all the panelists will also be meeting you in the afternoon for a mentee session also. Right? I thank all the panelists.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I think the entirety of the panel for making me feel so comfortable. And this is my first, panel discussion being a moderator. I hope I did okay. I'll make it better next time. Okay?
I hope we all made you feel comfortable, not just him, right?
Yeah, everyone made me very comfortable. Right. So thank you, people. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Sir, I have a question.
Okay,
Sir, one last question.
Quick, make it quick, please.
Can you name a skill which is lacking in today's freshers, which you are seeking for?
Is it generally to all the panelists?
Common to all.
Fine.
Let's do it this way. We all will tell you one word.
Patience. That's the most important thing, I believe. Like, attention span, right? So you need to cultivate the habit of being patient.
Okay, I'll tell attitude, right attitude, learning, earning. See, basically there are 3 stages of this thing. Learning, earning, and then returning. You can reach to returning phase only when the first 2 stages are happening, right? So that is that thing.
So patience and consistency, I would say. I'd stick with her, but patience, not just for listening and waiting, but it's about investing that amount of time. Everything has a life cycle, so you have to go through it. This generation, I found it a little difficult to deal with. And consistency, you can't start with all energy and then just fade off. If you are consistent every day, disciplined every day, I think you get where you need to do.
What I feel is that empathy is something which is missing, totally gone. People, they are not at all empathetic towards other. They don't want to hear this, like from where they are coming. The simple thing is that, they just want to prove that we are the ones who are doing everything. They are least bothered about others, what they have to do, what they have done, simple about themselves. So one needs to be empathetic, which I feel right from the beginning, and then see where you will be going with this skill.
So I think definitely emotional quotient, which is very, very important, and then quickly changing to the adapting to the quickly changing circumstances. So managing your change management, I think, would be really, really crucial. So emotional quotient and change management.
Okay, fine. We'll wrap it up here. Thank you all the panelists. And thank you, students. We'll see in the afternoon. All the panelists will be there.
We are truly grateful to all the panel members.
Sorry?
We are truly grateful to all the panel members for providing us with a deeper understanding of industry expectations. Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Now we have the most inspiring person. A true leader who is behind the success of KIT is our beloved one and only Vice Chairperson, Ms. Indu Murugesan ma'am. I now request her to share a few words with us.
Please stop. This is for Reshmi ma'am. Mathi play பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So good afternoon everyone. So on behalf of KIT, I thank our panelists as well as the keynote speakers for their time and presence here with us today. So do they want a big round of applause? Please all of you get up. எழுந்து நின்று ஒரு சூப்பர்பான clap. Yeah, thank you. So the collective expertise they have shared will help our students to know more about the market trends. Thank you for your time and hope to see you all in KIT Kids 2026 event in next year. And special thanks to Reshmi Menon ma'am for making this happen. And my appreciation to Placement Dean Mahalakshmi ma'am and our beloved faculty team for making this event grand success. Thank you. Yeah, please come. Please join us for a group photo again.
We request the distinguished keynote speakers and panel members to be on the stage.
Ma'am, Reshmi ma'am ku song potrunga. Wait. Ma'am, no. Please play the song, ma'am, please.
செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்ந்து நில்லு கேரு 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 நெஞ்சில் பலனை கொண்டு கேரு உன்னை பெண்ணென்று கேலி செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்ந்து நில்லு சிங்கப்பெண்ணே சிங்கப்பெண்ணே ஆயிரமே உன்னை வணங்குமே நந்திக் கடல் தீர்ப்பதற்கே கருவிலே உன்னை ஏங்குமே செய்த கூட்டம் ஒரு நாள் உன்னை வணங்கிடும் உயர்ந்து நில்லு அன்னை தங்கை மனைவி என்று நீ அடித்த உயர்வை உங்கள் பாதைக்குள் பற்றும் அந்த தீயை எனக்குள் நீ பாகமின்றி துணிந்து செல்ல
So please get up for the photo.
So now we will take one photo from here, then we will have it.
Students, kindly stand up for the photo.
Sir.
Thank you, dignitaries, for your presence and participation. Let's break for lunch. After the lunch, we have mentoring session at different venues, followed by cultural event in the same venue. Thank you, everyone.